After its conquest of Kabul, the new rulers of Afghanistan literally promised the moon. They assured that there won't be any reprisals and also assured that there won't be any repeat of its horrifying rule of the 90s. They even assured the world that women's rights won't be scuttled. But a month on, as the world's glare slowly moves away from Afghanistan, the Afghan women are bearing the brunt of the hardliners. Shocking as it may sound, the Taliban has junked the Ministry of Women Affairs. Now, these are visuals, the Office of Women Affairs Department, where these courageous women stood up for their rights, defying the Taliban diktat, but they weren't allowed to enter the building.
We asked the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan to keep our ministry in place because this is our right. And we who work in the ministry are all poor and widowed. For example, I am the only breadwinner in my family. When there is no ministry, what should an Afghan woman do? Is their conscience agreeable if Afghan women beg on the roads? So what should an Afghan woman do?
And the latest Taliban offering? A brand new Ministry of Vice and Virtue, as the name suggests, to instill moral values. The new ministry replaces the Women's Ministry. WION correspondent Anas Malik reported from the venue.
The board that you see behind me, it says this is the Ministry of Guidance and Invitation. Basically, a ministry to ensure Islamic values. This was previously the Ministry for Women's Affairs. The signage has been replaced just today. Yesterday, there was a bigger protest by women demanding their rights right outside the gate of this very ministry. Anas Malik in Kabul, Afghanistan, for WION, World is One.
For those who have read about the Taliban's rule in the 90s, this sounds an alarm. Back then, the Vice and Virtue Ministry, which was supposed to uphold the practices of Islam, enforced harsh rules, gave out barbaric punishments, cracked down on people who had TV sets at home, sent their girls to school, trim their beards, and not wear a hijab properly. The Vice and Virtue Ministry also infamously beat women out in the open for leaving their homes unaccompanied, stoned them to death for adultery, and believed in eye for an eye justice. The Taliban says that the Vice and Virtue Ministry will be different this time around. They will not straight up punish people, but will report them to the officials. And as for harsh punishments, those will be meted out to repeat offenders. Since the day the Taliban regime had regained charge of Kabul, they have made their intentions in a way clear. Employed women were supposed to stay home until the Talibs are trained on how to interact with them decently. They have no representation in the Taliban-acclaimed inclusive government. More so, their spokesperson last week said in a local television program that women are not equal to men. They need not be in the government and must stay home and birth Afghan children. The group's leaders say they have changed, evolved, one might say. They make strong claims, but in reality, what you see on the ground is the same play in a different packaging.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.